Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Sock Talks with Joy and Sean. Glad to have you here today, and welcome to first part of June. It's hard to believe the
Absolutely.
summer is. We are almost halfway through the year already, Sean.
It goes by quick. I used to hear older people say, "Wow, wait till you get older. It goes by quick." Damn, they were right. Oh, man. I'm not older yet, but
Yeah. Me neither. But
again, all a
it's
state of mind. All a
yeah,
state of mind.
it's all a state of mind. You got it. You got it 100%. So welcome, Sean, down in Florida, me up here in PA, and we're here with you today to try to give you some kind of, hey, our opinions, our insights, take it or leave it, right? But we hope we can inspire you.
Hit the highway if you don't like it.
And it's funny because Sean and I were talking before the call. It's like, we both have been around here for a long time, but there's still always things that come up that we just that respark or restart, or like, oh yeah, I forgot that, or oh yeah, that'll work, and I think that's the mindset that we have, that always be open to learn.
Sure, absolutely.
Always be open to learn, and not to over create the system. Make it simple. That's kind of what we're going to chat here a little bit of today.
Yeah, I was telling Joy, I was helping walk somebody through sending a card. And it kind of clicked that you need to lead them through it, and you should limit the choices that you give them. You probably, before jumping on a Zoom or meeting in person, you probably told them more, look, I'm going to walk you through sending a card, and I would add, to somebody that you care about. That's how we're going to send a card to somebody you care about, get them to that
Their
point,
address ready.
and then say, what kind of card do you want to send? Oh, love card. Great. Click on love. Don't, and I do it. There's the categories. Click on love, pick your card you like. All right, now go to the left-hand side and let's write your message. Go ahead and write your message. Great. And I do this too. I love putting a full bleed picture across it. And I think keeping it simple and leading them through the process, and even to the point you get to the checkout page and you have them add their address either before or after, but there's the add recipient. Well, it's in two spots. Instead of going, oh, click either one. No, bottom right, click that hot pink add recipients. Even to that point.
Yeah.
Of just, people want to be led through stuff. So lead them through the process as simple as you can make it. And again, we've heard it forever. The less you talk, the more you make. So let that process sink in as they're doing it. You don't have to tell them about everything that you can do with the cards and the back of the cards, and and there's a bit of and you end up, you end up puking on them, and they hit send and like, okay, wow. But I think if we keep it simple, and then the same with the packages. Well, you see, okay, you sent that card, and we've talked a little bit about how many clients you have. Tell me again, this is where you may ask a couple of questions. How would you use this? And then that kind of leads them to the package that you can say, well, what you've told me, this is the best package for you. Again, leading them to that.
Yeah.
And keeping it simple. And then even after that, when they become a customer or an affiliate, keeping that simple. Here's the 3 to 5 things you're going to do right off the bat. And then we'll add stuff, each week or when we talk. But here's what, send 3 to 5 cards a day. You're going to get me in front of 3 to 5 people in the first week, so we can share, if you're an affiliate, so we can send out cards with them. So I think just telling people what to do, I think it'll help you, instead of that, well, that person just never did anything. Well, did you kind of guide them?
You hit on a key thing, when you were talking about, if you go through all this explanation and showing them how to send that card, and at the end they click the send, and it's like, oh, okay, versus the, oh my gosh, that was simple.
Right.
That was simple.
Absolutely.
That's what you're driving for. That's what you're trying to do. And, kind of backing up a little bit. I know, Sean, with me, I do the same thing. I don't talk about bleeding pictures, but I do go into like, you have this, and this, keep it on the pink, and, kind of a thing. And I get to the back of the card, and that's such a big, important piece to me, that they can brand the back of that card. And so I know after our conversation here, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can just handle like, hey, we're leaving that back the way it is, but just know we can come back and change it. We're going to be able.
even
Yeah.
on Zoom, I usually show 3 to 4, hey,
Yes.
here's the things you kind of, and once you get signed up, we'll create the backs of the cards however you want them.
Yes. Yes.
But again,
Exactly.
lead them, I always try to tell people, look, and I know if they're a business owner or work, I'll put my logo on there. You can.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's when you kind of throw in your expertise here's what I found. The more
Right.
personal your picture is on the back, the more it's going to connect with people.
Yeah. Exactly.
Your logo,
Exactly.
your
Yeah.
logo is not you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly,
So,
exactly. So yeah, I
but
think doing
you're
that
right.
simplicity and you're right. There's two buttons for the, whatever, just, hey, just click that bottom pink one and move forward and be done with it. Kind of thing. You're 100% right. And I know when I get to the pricing and I know after I've done that card, I'll go back and I'll say, that's a heartfelt immediate send card. You can send those all day long. People are going to come in your mind, blah, blah, blah. I said, and I do explain the system send. I do talk about the campaigns, but I don't go into a whole lot of detail. Just say, because
Right.
I want them to know, you have to let them know the difference,
Yeah,
and
I
then,
do. I explain
yeah,
that
yeah,
kind
you
of,
have
we
to know
have
the
to.
difference on that, but then when I go to the pricing, before I have gone to that pricing, I already have collected what they want to do with the system.
Gotcha.
And I
Yep.
do that even before we send this card. I'll start right from the very beginning, like, okay, with what with send out cards so far, what are you thinking that you want
Right.
to do? What is it that you're looking at to do? Is it the birthday cards? Is it the new, I met with the chamber yesterday, which thank you, by the way, I put that post out there asking for different ideas.
Sure.
And I know you put some information down. Wendy put some information down. Thank you, Wendy, for that too. But anyways, it was just kind of like, right off the bat, he had said to me, he said, we're planning to get a picture of all of us in the office. And I thought, you know what? That's better than a logo any day.
So, do you think he was, and this is an oddball question, by getting the picture, do you think he thought, well, I'll put that on the front?
No, no.
No, he thought that would
Yeah,
be the picture.
yeah, he had
Perfect.
already known because
Perfect. Okay.
the chamber, the chamber actually signed up as a customer with me months ago.
Okay.
And actually he has a personal account, and the one girl in there has a personal account,
Okay.
in there. So I've already met with them. They've already seen the whole process,
Gotcha.
and
Okay.
he was already aware about. But I know. I cringe when they talk about putting their logo and that in the front of the card. I said, this card is not about you.
And it's just what we've been taught for years with
Yeah, yeah.
branding and,
Yeah, yeah,
so
exactly. So, but I knew ahead of time what he was looking for. And
gotcha.
so when it got to the pricing, it was like, I always show them, especially if it's like a first walkthrough, I said, you're right here on this basic. You can pick that phone up. You can go on this website anytime you want and send a card. It's going to cost you $275 plus your stamp. Just, that's the way it is. I said, but based on what you have told me, this is the plan that works
Yep.
best for you. He'll see the
Perfect.
other ones, but this is the one, and this is why. And then to kind of explain why. Again, you're directing them.
Yep.
Again, sometimes you might have to go back and explain that 37. You might have to go explain that, I mean, you really don't if you're directing them
And
to
you got to
what.
think, we get it because it's 97 and you get 30 systems, and it's 147, you get 100 systems, and
Right, right, right,
it,
right.
okay, well, we've known that for years. They're
Yeah,
seeing this for the first time, and even the heartfelt in the systems, what, again, what's the difference?
yeah,
So you're right,
yeah,
but
yeah. But
to
ask
get
me
them to
questions.
that point,
Yeah.
I think the simplicity, like you said, is the key. Send that, when they hit send, they're like, well, that was easy. That should be we should have the easy button. We should all get one. When they hit send, you hit that. That was easy.
Maybe they should change that send
They
button
should
in the
they
shape of
should
the
say
easy
that, or
button.
do something. You just sent.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Change
You
the
sent
button. Of
mail.
course, it's
Instead of you got
probably,
mail back in the 90s, you got mail. We sent
yeah.
mail.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's probably a branded thing with Staples, but
Yeah, you probably can't do
yeah, you
that was
probably can't
easy,
do,
but
but it wouldn't it be cool to have this sentence? Maybe we should make one
you
of those.
acted on a prompting.
Yeah,
You acted
yeah.
on a prompting.
Instead of saying easy, send, So but yeah,
Do that
so
again. Do that
yeah.
again.
Yeah. And I'll tell you just the share with when I met with the executive director of the chamber yesterday, it was interesting when he was listing, he came back again. We circled back around again about some other ways to use it. kind of thing. And the two ways he wanted to use it would be like farming in a neighborhood, and it's like, no, that these cards are not about you. They're not about the chamber. They're about the person,
Right,
it's about them,
yeah,
you know.
it's changing now, think about your members already and how you
Yeah,
can use it. And, um,
yeah,
so, if they have whatever, like, I had somebody and she was an affiliate, she runs the chamber, where I lived in Columbus. But she goes to all the national events and got many chambers using it. So if he ever wants to chat with somebody that is firsthand, look, like as far as I've used it for 10 years, and it is
yeah.
about the anniversaries, the birthdays, the events, and taking pictures. And that way those members stay.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Sean, after this call, I'll reach out to you. You know what? I would love to send her information to him,
Okay.
just so that he can kind of see that too, what other chambers are doing.
Yeah.
But anyways, again, it was about the simplicity and it was about the guidance.
Yeah.
I mean, when I wrote those things down that he was looking for, I'm thinking to myself, I got to circle back at this because this isn't what we're about. This is not going to be his best bang for the buck, so to speak. All chambers are, cost, or cost
Oh, yeah.
conscious, kind of a thing. But it wouldn't be, so
But on the flip side, to sending cards to businesses that's in his area that aren't chamber members,
oh yeah,
but using them hey, I saw you just celebrated your 5th anniversary. Congratulations.
exactly.
Not come join us, but
Right,
celebrating them, dripping on
right,
them
right.
that, wow, no one else did that to me in that chamber. Maybe I should join that. I've been
Yeah.
thinking about, so maybe
Yes. That's exactly right. Yeah,
that's
we
the
had it.
farming angle,
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So, but you're right. I think guidance and simplicity. The sooner you can get them through that card, that's like there'll be occasions. I had somebody the other day that there's an occasion where they say, "Well, I want to do one of these drop cards. I want to put a picture in there." It's like, oh, you kind of like in your show. I want to say you cringe, but it's like, okay, how quick can they find that picture? How hard
Do
is
you
it
have
going
it
to
saved to
be?
your computer? No. Okay, let's do this. Let's send the
Yeah,
first one simple, and then we'll come back around and I'll help you with that one. I just want to show you how simple this is.
yeah. That's
Quickly you can
great.
do this. And then what will that do? That'll make them put their credit card in when they send
Yeah,
that second one.
yeah,
Um, but you're right. It's you're leading this. This is
yeah.
you need to be in control of.
Mhm.
We're just going to send a simple card and say the things you should say to your loved one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So pick
And
it.
and here's the thing too, it's like you want to make sure the simplicity is there. And I just lost my train of thought.
We'll wait.
Okay.
All
We'll just leave it at that, keep it
righty then.
simple. Yeah, oh my gosh, give them the guidance.
People, Alzheimer's is a terrible thing.
Yeah. Oh, I know was. I know
All
was.
right.
I remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Duh. It's kind of like when you're doing your schedule and you lay the whole thing out in front of somebody. Say, oh, what day works for you? No, take
Right.
control of that and give them guidance. Like, hey, you know what? I have some time available Tuesday afternoon. Is something, is that a good time for you? Okay,
Right.
what about 1 o'clock? Kind of thing. You take control. You take control of that. When you leave, two things happen when you just give somebody an open book with the calendar. Number one, it doesn't look like you're busy at all.
And then you're going back, how's Thursday look? I have something there. And you could be busy. How's Friday
Yes,
look? Oh, how
yes,
about after two?
yes, yes.
So give them
Yeah.
a
So
couple
again,
options,
you
two
know,
at
y-
most.
yeah, that's right. Two options. Tuesday at 1 o'clock or Thursday at 4. I
Yeah.
mean, just kind of like give those options out there. And then you can play, if you've got that individual that's more than busy, then work on it. But
All right.
overall, handle it that way. Keep it simple. Give them the direction.
Perfect.
So
All
awesome.
righty. Hey, well, next week we may be live. Well, Joy will be live in Washington. I won't. I'm not going to the event because it's my anniversary, but have a wonderful time next weekend. And, maybe we'll do something special for next Thursday or Friday while you're out there. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We might have a couple guests on there and would love to have everybody, a live studio audience. I'll feel like,
absolutely.
like the
And you
nighttime
saw how
show.
much fun when we did it in Utah. So it won't be quite as much fun because I won't be there live, but I
I
can
know
still
we
make it
won't have Sean there looking. Yeah, yeah. No, I can't be hitting Sean and say, Sean, Sean, come on.
right.
But we are going to plan to do something live and we might even do a Q&A session. So be thinking about that for
Yep.
those folks that are going out there and plan to join us when we figure out what time we can all coordinate it
Right,
together.
so,
Because we're on the
perfect.
West Coast now, Sean. It's not
Yeah, I
like
say
we
6
can be here
o'clock my
maybe.
time. That's only like 3 o'clock your time. I'm sure you'll still be up, so.
Yeah, yeah. So it'll be good. So, okay. Well, listen, Sean,
All
have
right,
a great week yourself. We
you
will
too.
miss you next week, but happy anniversary to you.
Thank you.
And we'll see everybody else. Thank you. Take care.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
weekend.